Hi, greetings. It's good to be back, and there was a lot of reflection and a stream of consciousness well overdue. And we just passed a very special event, which was the mid-election. And why that's important, because for many, it is such a waste of time. That feeling that our vote does not make a difference. That may be true. There is validity with why people may believe that. Why the whole political process feels ransacked. It's because we're not getting any progress from a lot of our candidates that we elect, and this has been going on for decades. Yes. So, let's talk about why it was important. And it's, I suppose, a simulated event that is being observed. Yes, being observed with our choices, with how we respond when given that opportunity. Believe it or not, everything is recorded and being watched. So, if this is some sort of social experiment that we're living in, maybe scientists or people who love to observe and learn from creatures, because the human race are creatures. For sure, creatures of habit, creatures of love, creatures of war, but most importantly, we are human beings that are complicated, always changing. And I think the first step to showing that you have any sort of care with the future of our reality or perception of that reality is how you contribute to making a difference. I know I feel like or sound like I'm going in circles, but bear with me. I took quite a bit of notes and I'll share them with you, because this isn't just for myself, this is for people who may be looking for an answer to so many questions that are troubling their mind. And I'm not here to teach, not here to even guide for that matter. I am here because I'm simply existing and operating from the only way I understand. And so, a great takeaway with how life is, such as if I were to be factual, objective, and non-biased, the sky is blue and the clouds are white. I am trying to be as less biased and more of a voyeur to the experience of what is happening. So let's begin. Life is good when you miss someone or something. This note that I took, I think, matters to me a lot. I've lost a lot of people in my life that are remarkable artists, friends, fathers, just any role that has contributed to my understanding of the world. And why that is an interesting statement is because think of this. If you never had something impactful or positive with your experience of what you thought of someone or something, then you would never be sad, because you never had it and you never experienced it. And so if you ever stumble onto people that are succeeding, they tend to give you advice that gratitude is a frequency and energy that will ground you into this space to attract abundance or success. And that is true. When you lift any sort of doubt in your mind with that life is good because you have an opportunity, you're no longer living in the past that is pulling you down from just moving on. And so you are a vessel that is creating and expressing so many different outcomes that are so many possibilities. So think about that. When you miss someone or something, it means your life is good. It takes time to think. Another is that in order to achieve that good life or have someone or something that you care about, you have to play and experience the game. There are no shortcuts. You cannot download and upload it into this brain that is like a computer processor. It's much different. Or maybe it isn't. We just haven't figured out a way to connect hardware into our biological systems. So participation is key. Next is love is a reminder. There is a lot of meaning. What I mean by that is that it really goes down to how we support one another, how your life has meaning when you give it meaning, and it tends to be centered around the theme of love. We'll get back to that. It's about getting together, becoming unified, and being one. We're all in this experience together, and we are not even sure that after this life that death will separate us. Perhaps it will bring us all together when we meet that experience or face it. Another is that Jesus Christ is Lord. God served him by serving other people. Your life will be full of fulfillment when you provide a service for others, that people are able to change their lives, make their lives easier, lower the suffering that each and every person is feeling. There are many problems to consider, and if you are an answer to any or anybody's problems, see your life change with opportunities. That's very vague. For instance, if I were to give a specific example pertaining to myself, I can say that maybe I could drive my roommate, who he has a disability due to diabetes affecting his eyesight. He has a blurred vision that makes it very hazardous to drive on his own at times. And so by allowing myself to be of service and get him to his destination safely, that provides me a purpose. And so You get the point. What are you good at, and what skills have you been improving that you can share that will be an asset to someone's dream? Next is show love. Be in the right light. I like how that all rhymes. Right and light. Love is light. There is no difference. Being in the light or the spotlight is showing that you may be entertaining others with your actions, but ultimately you are being someone, somebody to someone else, and that is what creates this reality. So keep creating. And on the final note, there is strength. Together, in unity we stand, divided we fall. I think that makes so much sense in today's current reality. We are constantly being destroyed by the weather, which is wiping out populations. These hurricanes are no joke. People in Florida are literally losing their lives and their property. You look at the rainforests in California, and the fire has spread to many people's houses, changing their reality, and they have to move. Maybe they go to Texas. Texas is getting pretty populated. Cost of living pretty high. Same can be said about Las Vegas. But again, we're in this together. This is a multiplayer game. You can believe that you are single player and live in your life cooped up on your own. But one day you may have to ask for help or acquire help. This vessel of ours in this life has a shelf life. And when that shelf life passes, you will not even be in control of your mind. You will not be able to move your body. But maybe the end will be peaceful. But until then, be grateful. Have an appreciation for this opportunity that you have ahead of yourselves, and focus on creating. Don't make it complicated. Don't watch the news and be stressed about situations that you cannot control. The circumstances will eventually play themselves out and work themselves out. Life is pretty good. Just keep being a better person. Look out for one another. And enjoy the ride. Because we're here for a good time. And it may be for a short time.